So this is my 1951 Chrysler Imperial. It's got the new white walls on there. The cups have been cleaned up for the most part. Got to be repolished, I think. They got a couple scratches that I just could not fix. And of course you got to do that, I assume. Haven't really messed around with too much of the chrome and just gets a little too dirty sometimes. So as far as the color's kind of coming off. See like two different shades right here. Just fading a little bit, nothing crazy. But for the most part, pretty good. Still runs. Still good to go, nothing crazy. Transmission has been leaking, which isn't too favorable. It's actually really, really annoying. But I might just have to rebuild it by myself because no mechanic in my area wants to mess around with it, and it's understandable. The parts for it are really hard to find, and I mean, nothing I can really do other than do it myself. Just to show you a little bit of the inside. Nice and clean, nothing crazy. Touched up the leather as much as I could with wipes, leather cleaning wipes. But I have to get some like deep cleaning because these were just like brown when I first got them. It was pretty bad. Seats need to be touched up a little bit, but nothing crazy. Well, the doors, handles, and so on and so forth. It's got power windows. I think it was the first year for it. I don't want to be speaking out of my, but they work. Nothing crazy. As you can see, Imperial radio doesn't work, sadly. Clock doesn't work. I gotta fix that up. Oil gauge, temperature gauge, and the amps for the battery work. Fuel does not work, so I kind of have to be very careful about it. It's a 3-speed. Got your drive, you got your low gear, which is for inclines and stuff. It works for it, and then the reverse. Right now it's a neutral. It's got the parking brake. And what happened? So what ended up happening was yesterday, as I was driving it, it decided to brakes decided to go out on me. Let me show you a bit of the back. And so right now I'm still trying to figure out some of the cleaning stuff that I got for it. I'm still trying to figure out. So it's got hydraulic brakes. A lot of people told me like, oh, well, maybe you have the power brakes on it and experimental, this and that, but that's not the case at all. This has hydraulic brakes. And again, I don't want to be speaking out of my butt because I'm still learning all this stuff as I go. But you got your little cap here. And I opened it up and it's empty. So probably next video that I do for this, and I got the plates on there because, safety issues and so on and so forth. But next time, next video that I do for this, I'll probably have filled it up. And what people really didn't tell me about this, because no one really can teach you, and you can't go to a dealership and be like, yeah, this is what maybe 50 years ago, 70 years ago, but nowadays you can't really find anyone to work on an Imperial, and probably if it's like 80s or 70s, but for 51, you can't really have anyone work on it. So I've just had to like figure it out as I go, and it's been fun, but it's a lot of patience, which I don't have. So let me show you under the hood what I got going on, because I know people are dying to see. It's got a 331 Hemi. Let's open this up. 331 Hemi. Everything works on it. Yes, I know it's all greased up and I gotta clean it up better. But for the meantime, everything's good to go. So everything's there, nothing's missing, I think, because I'm still learning, as I said, as I go. So I'm still trying to figure out what could be missing or what I could need. So brand new battery on it. So brand new. I've had it for 2 months, so there you go. And there you can see some of the numbers and so on and so forth. So pretty good. Nothing nothing crazy. I apologize for the wind. It's kind of windy here. So, right now, I'm trying to figure out. Yes, there's a box there for the leaks and stuff, but I'm trying to get under here and trying to figure out what I can do for the brakes, because as I understand, I have to bleed the lines and then it's heavy. And then bleed them out to get all the air out and some other stuff that it has in there. So I'll probably make a different video on that, showing that. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm learning as I go. But yeah, pretty good. So let me put this under there. That way you guys don't hear the wind too much. So yeah, that's my 1951 Chrysler. Better video showcasing kind of like the inside and the sides. As far as like the internal stuff, like motor and transmission and so on and so forth, yeah, that's a long ways to go. But we'll go with what we got. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll make another one kind of going over the brakes or bleeding the brakes anyways, because there's not a whole lot of videos on it. So yeah, we'll go with that. Bye.